What's going on? So, this is my second day fishing here. I fished yesterday for 10 hours and caught 0 fish. It was very, very rough. Had a cold front rolling through the whole entire day. Wind was blowing about 20 out of the northwest. It was a bummer. There was like 2-foot rollers out on the lake. It was not a fun day, and there's no fish caught, and it made it even worse, man. I was seriously so frustrated when I got home last night. I was pissed, man. But today's a new day. Gonna try a different lake and see if that does any better for us. You know, I know there's fish in that lake. I know there's a ton of fish in that lake, but I just couldn't figure them out, and I couldn't get bit. So maybe trying a new lake will help change our luck here. It is 43 degrees this morning, a little on the cold side for Florida, definitely, but it still should be a good morning, and we can hopefully catch some fish this morning. I'm looking forward to it, but we gotta trailer the boat to the ramp and get in the water.
Tell me, baby, I wanna know, baby. I heard somebody say, baby, like the cold back, baby. What you tell me? I want you to know, baby. Listen.
All right, we've made it onto the lake. The ramp was super, super crowded. Probably about 25 other people putting in boats there. Some guy literally launched his boat and just let it start floating through the little marina at the ramp and just started floating away, and he drove off, and we're all just kind of looking around. He drove off and let his boat just start floating away, and some guy was nice enough to grab it, and he's just sitting there shaking his head like, what an idiot. But I guess all is good. It is a beautiful morning, very, very cold, but we're gonna start fishing, man. I'm not going very far from the ramp before I start throwing. I'm gonna start throwing on some docks here, throw a little chatterbait around the docks and see what's going on. Just start the morning off. Should be good. I'm excited. It's cold, but should be fun. I'm gonna work every inch of this dock right here with this jig and see if I can get a bass out from under here, man. There's a freaking fish. Yes. That feels great to stick a fish. Even if it's not a big one, it feels awesome to catch a bass this morning. It is absolutely beautiful, and he ate a jig. Yeah, you guys don't understand how happy I am right now. Because I went 10 hours yesterday fishing from 6 a.m. till 3 in the afternoon, however long that is, and I did not catch a single bass or get a single bite. And I've been fishing for about 10 minutes this morning, caught one on the jig right there. I'm just very thankful, and this makes me excited that we can catch some fish this morning, man. Alrighty. I do think today that docks are going to be what we're going to hard focus on. And when I came out this morning, I actually came to the specific lake with the intention to fish docks because this one has more than most of the surrounding lakes. But I wasn't sure if it'd work or not, but it definitely did. That was only the 3rd or 4th dock I hit, and I caught a bass off it, and I fished 3 more, but no bites. So we're going to make a little move, find some more big docks out in main lake territory, and keep flipping this jig and hopefully catch some more bass. I'm excited to at least catch a fish already within the first 30 minutes of fishing, so we're gonna keep grinding it out and hopefully catch a few more. Oh, I feel like a big fish. Oh, it just came off right there. That was a big freaking bass. God, it's like a 4-pounder. Dang it, dude. I don't know why it came off. I kept his head buried, man. Oh my gosh. Gosh, dude. That's rough. I was letting my worm sink and it thumped it, and I tried to tighten down and I set. Alright, the day's a little slow, but it's alright. It's much better than yesterday. Yesterday, I don't think I had a single bite, and today I've caught one, lost one, missed a bite. But it's been fun, and the color, black and blue, man, that's the only thing I can get bit on is throwing like a June bug, or this is just a black with blue flakes in it. Anything that's black and blue is the only thing I'm getting bit on, so that's just what I'm gonna hound away at. And it's so weird how fish in general, but specifically bass, can be so keyed in on a certain color, and it's so annoying sometimes. But that's why, you know, on the other day in one of my videos, the vlog, I was talking about how every single, you know, you have to have every single bait and every single color in your box, it feels like, because you never know what they're going to eat. And it's so true, because all yesterday I threw plain black, I threw watermelon, tequila, shad, every color I could think of, but I didn't throw any black and blue for some reason, even though it's just a classic color. I just didn't throw it, and I didn't get any bites. And today I'm doing much better. Even though it's still slow, I'm doing much better. But I'm gonna keep fishing these docks, man. It's weird, most of the boats in here that I've seen, I have not seen a single one fishing on docks. I'm the only one doing it, but I'm getting bites, so I'm gonna keep at it, and maybe I'll see what they're all up to. But dock fishing is what I'm comfortable doing, and you guys know, if you watch my videos, I do a lot of it for snook and stuff like that, so that's just what I've experienced doing. So I'm gonna keep throwing the docks and keep working, and we got boats running everywhere. You can probably see them coming now, but we're gonna get back to throwing here. I don't understand. The lake goes 4 miles that direction, but the guy in the pontoon boat had to run 10 yards away from me. Oh, there's a bass right there. Gosh. Alright, a little bass right there, just a little 1-pounder. He's short and stocky though, and he ate that miradine just only 10 yards out from the boat. It's been a long time has passed between this and my first fish this morning, but it's nice to finally catch another one here. We're gonna keep throwing the miradine for a little bit longer and see if we can hook into a few more, hopefully something a little bigger as well. But gosh, bass are just beautiful, beautiful fish, man. Alright, we busted out some saltwater tactics with the miradine and ended up catching us a bass, but I've switched over to a lipless crankbait now. You know, today it's not really about how many fish we can catch, which it would be nice to be catching a lot of them, but it's kind of trying to figure out what is going to work. And I'll explain why at the end of the video, why I'm just not sticking with one lure and hounding it out, because I got bit on that, and just trying to see how many fish I can catch with that one tactic, and why I keep changing up and trying different things to see how I can catch fish here. But throwing a little crankbait right there, Livingston crankbait, and we are just gonna work this grass line with the crank and see what happens to close out the day here. It's been nice. It's a very, very beautiful day. Saw some eagles, saw some osprey, lots of great stuff, but I want to catch some fish, man. Oh, there's a fish. At least it felt like it. He's digging. A decent one. There we go. Right there, came unhooked in a net. That's the third fish of the day. Only about 10 minutes after catching that one on the miradine. He's a beautiful, beautiful bass. He's very, very chunky though. Probably 1.5 pounds, not crazy, but it's nice to be catching some fish definitely after having a very, very slow morning. Crankbait is working. We've really switched from before I was fishing docks, and I was getting bites on the docks, but it wasn't anything crazy. But we started fishing the grass on the outside of the docks, and now I'm catching some fish. We're gonna release this beautiful guy and keep rolling. Hopefully catch 1 or 2 more fish before the day's over. on. There it is. He's barely hooked. Little chubster. All right, just a little chubster right there. Probably the smallest fish of the day, but it is beautiful. You see those colors, how green and almost blue on top. It's like, he's just a very, very beautiful fish, and it feels great to finally get on a little pattern towards the end of the day, even if it took me 5 or 6 hours to figure out how they wanted to eat it today. That's a very beautiful, beautiful little fish right there. All right, I am done for the day. It's been a long day, but it felt good to finally string some fish together in the afternoon. You know, I think I caught my first fish 30 minutes in, then I caught my other 3 fish hour left in the past hour. But it's just the way it goes sometimes. You just gotta keep grinding it out. And the crankbait is what definitely seemed to be working for me today. You know, no monsters. I lost one decent sized one early on, but that was actually a good thing, and maybe I'll explain why. So I've been pretty cryptic about what I'm doing up here. I'm fishing in a bass tournament for tomorrow and Sunday, so Saturday and Sunday, but it's not a typical 5 limit tournament. It is a big bass tournament, so only big fish count. And so losing that big one might have been good, because I had about 3 boats drive by me right after that fish jumped off. Not that that's really a big deal, but it should be fun. It's going to be a big bass tournament, and my dad's actually going to fish with me. He's on his way up here, and it should be a ton of fun. I don't know, I try not to have too high of expectations. It'd be nice to catch some big fish. How it works is there's a weigh-in every hour, and the biggest bass of each hour wins $1,000. And then it goes down all the way to 10th place wins 100, second place is 500, so it goes down by then. And so every hour you can win $1,000, and the biggest fish of the day wins a bass boat. So I know it is unreasonable to think that maybe I'll catch the biggest fish of the day, but we're gonna try to go for it anyways, you know, be optimistic about it. So make sure you stay tuned, because I could be winning some money, and I could be winning a new boat, or it could be winning nothing, which is more likely than the other two. But it should be a ton of fun. We're just gonna get out and have fun, and it's a Saturday and Sunday thing. I'm excited, man. It should be a really good time, but it's time to get off the water and rest for tomorrow morning, because it's going to be a long, long day. Fishing starts at 6:30 in the morning tomorrow, so I'm going to be up probably at 4:30 and be on the water by 5:30 to get a spot, because it's going to be a madhouse, man. But I'm excited. It should be a good time. If you guys aren't aware, I'm in the Harris chain. I know the other day in the video I talked about never really saying where I am, but I figure you can look up, and there's enough lakes up here you won't really be able to tell which lake I'm in. But I'm fishing the Harris chain this tournament, and it should be a ton of fun. That is it for today, guys. I appreciate you very much.